The race for Oregon's 5th congressional district is really heating up now, and we're going to dive into an attack ad against the Democrat, Jamie McLeod-Skinner. The district is huge. It stretches from the southern edge of Portland south past Salem and Albany to Sweet Home and east over to part of Bend. And before we deconstruct that ad, thank you to the many of you who emailed or called us about the way that we fact-checked the abortion ad focused on Lori Chavez-Deremer this past Friday. Dick wrote in to say, I am so happy you guys are checking the factuality of some of these ads. Knowing that these people do not have to tell the truth in these ads makes me and probably many other people wonder who to believe. He left out the word wonder, but I assume that's what you meant. And Dale added, please continue to use part of the show to fact check the political ads. What a great idea and a service to your viewers. Well, thanks to you both. By the way, if you missed that story, it was our first fact check last Friday. Still not too late. You can find it by going to kgw.com and then click on the tab that's at the top of the page there, and it reads The Story. It's the name of our show. All right, let's get back to the ad. You've probably seen it. It's paid for by the super PAC dedicated to electing Republicans to the House of Representatives. It's hard-hitting, and it paints Jamie McLeod-Skinner as a far-left radical. After studying the ad, I think they're playing kind of fast and loose with the truth. I know that's a shock to you, but I'll pull it apart and then you can decide. And please remember, I'm not on anybody's side in any of this. I'm not with the Democrats or the Republicans or the non-affiliates. I'm with you, the viewers, and that's it. And I think we should all feel free to call BS wherever we see it, regardless of whose team is peddling it. All right, let's watch the first part.
Jamie McLeod-Skinner took cash from defund the police extremists.
You can decide if they are extremist or not, but McLeod-Skinner's campaign did get money from a political action committee called Indivisible Action. They are part of a PAC that describes itself as a group of progressives across the country working with activists for progressive causes. In June of 2022, they gave McLeod-Skinner's campaign $5,000. They earlier gave $1,000 in January of this year. They also reported spending another $9,400 to support her campaign with indirect contributions. And yes, the larger group, Indivisible, posted about supporting Black lives and defunding the police. So, to the extent that the ad claims that Jamie McLeod-Skinner's campaign got money from a group that supports defunding the police, yes, that is accurate. You can decide whether that's an extremist group or not. All right, let's watch part 2.
What have they gotten Jamie McLeod-Skinner on their side?
Okay, that line is misleading at best. And here's why. It makes it sound like as a result of the donation, then McLeod-Skinner started spouting things the group liked, when in fact, she was putting out statements the group probably liked a year and a half before they gave that campaign money. Want proof? Well, it's in the ad's next line.
She called violent riots righteous anger.
Now, you might have noticed that the ad sources Twitter to back up that statement, so I went and tracked down that statement on Twitter. And sure enough, McLeod-Skinner did put out a Twitter statement in August of 2020. And in that tweet, she's talking about riots, yes, but Portland, no. She's talking about Kenosha, Wisconsin, over the police shooting of a black man. But the ad puts the statement over video of riots in Portland, which probably makes you think she's tweeting about Portland. She was not. And that tweet came out a year and a half before she got the contribution from the Indivisible Action Group. So again, it's at least misleading and really probably false to say the money got the candidate on their side. She was already there. Let's watch a bit more.
Those same radicals want to abolish ICE.
Okay, now just to make sure that we're all on the same page here, it's not like these people want to have warm drinks, okay? We're talking about ICE, the U.S. Immigrations and Custom Enforcement Group. And it's still up to you if you want to call them radicals, but this time the ad is referring to an endorsement of McLeod-Skinner by a different group. This one is called the Working Families Party, and yes, they do have a goal of abolishing ICE, the agency, that is. So, as a standalone, does Working Families Party want to abolish ICE? Yes. McLeod-Skinner has not said that, though, although she is endorsed by the largest Latino union in Oregon. All right, let's watch one last statement from the ad.
And McLeod-Skinner sided with them, openly helping criminals evade law enforcement.
Well, that statement also sources social media, a Facebook post from August of 2020. I was also able to track that one down, and sure enough, she did put out an alert on Facebook. More ICE sweeps in Bend today. Alert! ICE is in Bend today. Our Latinx community is advised to stay inside. Okay, that's an old tweet. That's not happening today. So that last claim by the ad about openly helping folks evade law enforcement, yeah, that's accurate. You can decide if the people in question are criminals or not. But overall, I hope you can see what's happening in this ad. They're making several statements that, if they were to stand alone, they'd be accurate. Did she get donations from a group that wants to defund police? Yes. Did she call a riot righteous anger? Yes. Does a group that endorsed her want to abolish ICE? Yes. But while those statements might be accurate by themselves, the overall message that they're sending you, especially with the video, is not accurate. McLeod-Skinner did not call Portland riots righteous anger, and she did not say she wants ICE abolished. The candidate was here at KGW recently for our Straight Talk program, and Laurel Porter asked her about that ad and her position on police.
But your opponent has said, and attack ads against you claim that you have supported defunding the police. Have you ever supported defunding the police? Have you ever supported cutting resources for police? And would you ever?
No, and just the opposite. And first of all, those spliced photos are ridiculous. So what you see in commercials when people try to sway things is they will make fake pictures and they'll put it out in front of people. Ironically, especially on this issue, I'm the only one in this race who's actually increased funding for police, for accountability, for training, and for officer wellness. I did that as a city manager. I did that as a council member and vice mayor. Just last year, when I worked in talent as the interim city manager, when I got there, they did not have 24/7 coverage. When I left, they did.
My overall report on that ad, it mixes statements or facts that are true in a way to leave you easily thinking something that is false. So, what do you think? Have any comments on that ad in particular? Do you have any other ads you'd like us to look at? Send me an email. Our address is thestory@kgw.com or call our voicemail 503-226-5090. I look forward to hearing from you. And while we're talking about politics, make sure to tune in next week for a gubernatorial debate sponsored by KGW and the Oregonian. It's Wednesday, the 19th at 7 p.m. We'll have the top 3 candidates answering your questions live. Send us any questions you have, and we'll do our best to get them answered next week.